It's a quiet morning here at home. I spent most of the morning in the kitchen. Everything feels a little slower. The day's responsibilities haven't completely taken over yet, and for just a little while, the house is peaceful. Before I started filming today, I found myself doing something I probably do more often than I realize. I was looking around, just looking around my kitchen and my living room, just taking it all in. And it made me smile. You know, when people think about a small home, they often picture what it doesn't have, like not enough storage or closets and just not enough room. And they imagine that anyone living in a small home must be wishing for something bigger. Maybe there was a time when I thought that too. But somewhere along the way, my perspective quietly changed. Today, when I looked around this little house, I didn't find myself thinking about what it lacks. Instead, I noticed the stories, the painting hanging on the wall that I spent an entire weekend working on. Then another painting that reminds me of a peaceful afternoon when I sat with my brushes spread across the table and I just completely lost track of time. There are paintings all throughout this house, hundreds of them actually. Every hallway, bedroom, living room. Just little landscapes, country roads, old barns, cottages, rabbits, birds, fields, just quiet places that make me feel at peace. People sometimes ask me where I bought them. It always makes me smile because the answer is, I didn't. I painted every one of them. Not because I was trying to fill my walls. I painted them because I genuinely love creating. As I was looking around the house this morning, I realized almost everything that makes this little house feel like home has one thing in common. It wasn't expensive. It was personal. The paintings tell the story of, just quiet afternoons spent creating. None of these would impress an artist, and none of them would probably end up in an art gallery. But every one of them, they mean something to me. And they remind me that a home doesn't become beautiful because of how much money is spent filling it. It becomes beautiful because of the life that's lived inside it. Maybe that's why I love this little house so much. When I look around these rooms, I don't see all the things I wish I could afford. I see reminders of the life Tim and I have built together. And I see creativity instead of consumption, memories instead of merchandise. I see a home that reflects who we are. Now it happens to be popular this year. To me, that's worth more than any perfectly decorated room could ever be. Living this way didn't happen all at once. It happened little by little over the years. Tim and I, we live on a limited income. After the bills are paid, there really isn't much left over. By the time everything's taken care of, I have about $50 a week before we've even bought groceries. And when people hear that, they sometimes assume it must feel so discouraging. But honestly, that's not how I think about it. It's taught me to become much more intentional. When every dollar has a purpose, you naturally begin asking different questions. Instead of saying, this would be nice to have, I find myself asking, do I really need it? Sometimes the answer is yes, but more often than not, I realize I already have something that will work just as well. Or maybe I could just make it myself, or wait another month. I've learned that Waiting has a funny way of changing your perspective. There have been plenty of times that I've thought I really wanted something, only to completely forget about it a week later. It made me realize that not every desire needs to become a purchase. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is that resourcefulness, it's a skill. It's something you develop over time. I don't remember deciding one day that I wanted to learn how to bake bread. It just simply started because buying bread all the time just became expensive. And then I realized I enjoy baking. Same thing happened when making candles and painting, sewing, preserving food. And lately, I've been researching ways to make some of our everyday household products because I genuinely enjoy learning how to do things for myself. I suppose that's one of the unexpected gifts of living on less. You stop looking at what you can't afford and you begin discovering what you're capable of. I think that's a much richer way to live. I've learned that some of the most satisfying moments don't happen when I buy something new. They happen when, well, I just figure something out. Like the first time I baked a loaf of bread, it actually turned out the way I hoped it would. Or the afternoon I finished a painting and hung it on the wall. When I turned an old piece of fabric into something useful instead of just tossing it out. Those little moments may not seem like much to anyone else, but they remind me that I can create beauty with what I already have. I think we've lost a little bit of that in today's world. We've become so used to convenience that we've forgotten how to enjoy it, that it can be so great to learn something new. There's something deeply satisfying about standing in your own kitchen and realizing the bread on the counter came from your own hands. Or looking around your home and seeing reminders of the time you spent creating instead of consuming. That kind of satisfaction lasts a whole lot longer than the excitement of bringing home another shopping bag. I don't remember the last time Tim and I went out to eat. We don't spend money going out to the movies. I color my hair every month with a box from Dollar Tree. It costs very little. It works just fine. Could I spend more? Maybe. But I'd honestly rather make sure that we have groceries in the pantry, shampoo in the bathroom, laundry soap on the shelf, and the everyday things that just keep a home running. Those things matter more to me. Living this way, it's also made me appreciate the things I do bring into my home. When I buy something now, it isn't usually on impulse. I've thought about it, I've planned for it. And because of that, well, I tend to take better care of it. I don't think living on a limited income has made my life smaller at all. I think it's just made my life slower, more thoughtful, and definitely more grateful. It's taught me that having fewer choices isn't always a disadvantage. And sometimes it helps you discover what truly matters. I've realized that contentment doesn't come from finally having enough money to buy everything you want. For me, contentment came when I stopped believing that I needed everything I wanted in the first place. And strangely enough, that realization, it didn't make me feel like I had less. It made me feel like I already had more than I'd been noticing all along. The older I get, the more I realize that a rich life isn't measured by the size of a paycheck or the number of things we own. It's measured by the peace we feel when we walk through our front door and by the gratitude that we carry into ordinary days. I still have dreams. There's things I'd love to do someday. But living simply It's taught me that contentment, it doesn't have to wait until every dream comes true. It can begin today in the home I already have, the things I already own, a heart that has learned to see just how much goodness has been here all along. And that doesn't mean I've stopped dreaming. I still have many dreams for the future. In fact, Tim and I talk about them quite often. If the Lord is willing, I'd love for us to someday have just a modest little home with a couple of acres, nothing extravagant, just a quiet place where we can grow old together, like a little room for a garden and a place where I can sit outside with my morning coffee and listen to the birds, a place where I can paint and look at nature, somewhere private, and somewhere that it just simply feels like home. It's a dream we've held onto for a long time. And every now and then I'll catch myself imagining what that day might look like. But somewhere along the way, I realized something. If I spend all my time dreaming about the next home, I'm gonna miss enjoying the one that's taking care of me today. This little house has been there through every season. It's seen days filled with laughter and days filled with tears. These walls have quietly held our everyday life. And when I think about it that way, it's hard not to feel grateful. Wherever you're watching from today, and whether your home is large or small, old or new, finished or still a work in progress, I hope you remember this. A beautiful home isn't built by perfect furniture or expensive decorations. It's built little by little, with gratitude and care and just ordinary days that slowly become extraordinary memories. Maybe tonight, before you turn out the lights, take one last look around your home. Not to notice what still needs fixed, but to notice what's already beautiful. Because one day, you may discover that the life you were hoping for was quietly waiting for you there all along.